Hey everybody, it is I, SuperPaulGames, and welcome to a game I've been waiting for a long time, Expeditions Vikings. Long ago, I played a different game by the same creators, Expeditions Conquistador, and I love that game, and I've been waiting forever to play this. I played a little bit of this when it was in beta, but I've not played it since, so a lot of it's going to be new to me, and let's do some Viking stuff. Alright, here's our character we're going to make. As much as I like Perfect Strangers, we're not going to go with Belky. Let's call him Olaf O'Bread. I don't know, maybe that's too obscure. Maybe nobody's gonna get it. That's really stupid. I would like Olaf O'Bread. Olaf O'Bread. Yeah, he's pretty badass. We need a better color scheme, though. You see our banner back there. Ooh, I like the red. Got some white there. Black. Oh, or should we switch that? Ooh, that looks better on the banner. I don't know about on his clothes, but yeah, that looks alright. So our hero's gonna be Olaf O'Bread. Olaf O'Bread. And now we gotta give him his skills. We're gonna give him a bunch of strength. I don't normally play this kind of a character, but he's gonna be a bruiser. That's base damage, axes and swords. Finesse is base damage with knives and spears and critical chance with all weapons. I've not really min-maxed this, so I don't know if that's any good. Perception is accuracy with ranged weapons. We're not going to worry about that. Sense affects mental resistance and stamina. Sense is fundamental to witches, skulls, and other support characters, and can often be used for precision or persuasion in dialogue. There's no precision in my talking there. We're going to take down his sense, take down his finesse, put up his strength, and put up his endurance. He's just going to be a brawler. And then over here, we've got a bunch of different skills that we can put points into. We got 50 points. I'm going to do that off screen in a second, and then we'll come back, and I'll show you what I did. Alright, you can see I've spent a bunch of our points, and they're basically divided by categories. These are weapons, so we're going to put a point into shields. You get different special effects for that. This is shield rank 1. He's getting better at brace. And trust me, if they don't have shield stats, basically they don't use their shields worth of crap. We're going to put a point in sword. We're going to put a point in charge that gives him a bonus when he charges the enemy. We put a point in leadership, because he's going to be a leader. We put a couple points in diplomacy, because he's going to be the leader of this clan. And 1 point in thick skin. Not so much 1 point. Multiple points, we get 1 rank in thick skin. Increased physical resistance by 10 percentage points. The description: born to O'Bread and Astrid in the year 769. Bread was really good, so they named the family after it. In the Julian calendar, with bright blue eyes and hair the color of blood. You've grown to be a strong and tough man. You are known amongst your clan as the foresighted leader with the great command of the battlefield. And the reason it says leader is because I picked things like the, where is it? Leader traits. So let's do this thing.
Your father was a great warrior and a good husband, but he was not a strong chieftain to his clan. As he travels to join his brothers in the halls of Valhalla, you must take his place. Our clan is beset by petty squabbles. Some amongst our people would contest your claim to leadership, as they saw discord, our neighbors' plot against us. Gather your most trusted clansmen. Together you will face dangers which none can predict. You will be challenged on your leadership, your resolve, your wisdom. Build a ship and take your housecarls across the sea. Power and strength for our clan must be sought outside the Norse lands. If you show yourself to be bold, the gods will follow you into battle. Your legacy will live for 1,000 years beyond your time. Our clan must prevail.
Aid me, Odin, in my effort to bind the struggles of a bygone time as the glimmering light, or as glimmering light on glass. I want to be precious. It is the evening after your father's funeral. Alright, so you can see right there, that is our character. We can't zoom in yet. When you close your eyes, the image of his blazing ship simmers in the dark behind your eyelids. It is not a common ritual this far south, but your mother Astrid, who hails from the land of the Geats, insisted on it. Really, Mom? I could have used that ship to go raid people. Dad's dead, he doesn't need it now. All the thanes of the neighboring clans have come to attend your feast in his honor. Your father may not have been the most successful thane, but as a warrior he commanded the respect of many. The guests are filling into your father's, well, your longhouse now, the Thane Center first, each trailing a modest group of warriors. That's all these little groups of people here to honor our father who has died. Your mother leans in to whisper a few words of advice before she takes her seats. You should listen to the thanes before the feast begins, but listen well to the words. Yes, Mother. Few of them would benefit from making this a smooth transition. It will be important to know where they stand. Mother, they stand on their feet. Not like that. So they might want our stuff. Gold nameplates are important quests, or I should say gold dots. Silver ones are optional, but we're going to talk to the Thanes here. The beginning of this can start maybe a little slow, but we want that backstory. Right here we have Skullcleaver. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these names. Just deal with it. Like that one I got right. When I played this game a little bit in the demo, I named my character Skullcleaver, not realizing there was a character named Skullcleaver in the game, and I got very confused. So, let's see if I can remember how to talk to him. Skullcleavers of the Thane of Jelling. Put that with some peanut butter on your bread, which borders your area. Not your pants area. Jelling is a large territory, and Skull is one of the most powerful Thanes in the Jutland. What about the Buttland, eh, ladies? Nobody? Oh, awkward. You can also see here, we've got our stats when we made the character. It's really cool. Sorry to get away from the story a second. That we can just look at them there. That he's really strong, he's got good endurance, blah, blah, blah. Jelling has prospered under his rule, the rule of the Skullcleavers. Skull pushes himself away from the table with his foot, the chair making a grinding sound across the wood floor. His face shows earnest sympathy. Olaf, my boy, so sorry about your father. If there's anything the people of Jelling can do to aid you in these trying times, don't hesitate to ask. For the main character, I'm going to use my own voice. I hope that is not confusing for when I also do the narrator voice. Oh, that is very fine of you. Thank you, Thane Skull. Oh, of course, we must all stand together against the Frankish threat. Tell me, what are your plans for this place? How will you lead your people, your clan? Well, our mother warned us that this guy might be a competitor, so I don't know if we want to give him away all of our secrets. I want a new ship, because our mom burned the old one, but the important thing is, and maybe we do need to tell them this to show it, I'm going to start by expanding our defenses. Oh, you really are O'Bread's son, aren't you? Just take care not to lose touch of your people's needs. Touch my people? Don't mind if I do. Needs in your eagerness to defend them. I'm sure you know I fought with your father many, many years ago. We are very much of a similar inclination, he and I. You're both dead? That man had a real taste for battle, not like his brothers. Mark my words, Olaf. True bonds are forged in battle, not bound in blood. He came to me for advice before he mounted his last journey. On account of my ties to the Kalpang, I should have warned him better about what he was getting himself into. What does the Kalpang have to do with it, old man? Vikings out of the Kalpang have been to the Isles across the sea. I think I'll see about going there too. Sounds like there might be profit in it. I've heard many stories about it, since I often go there to trade. Your father wanted to hear if the stories were true. Wait, so you've been across to the Isles? Ah, but I've taken too much of your time already. I know you have other guests to entertain. Perhaps we'll talk later, after a bit more mead. Skull nods, more to himself than to you, and turns his attention to the food on the table. Interesting. Well, that went pretty well. Let's talk to Half Danner. I don't know what happened to the other half. Halfdanner is the thane of a slightly large clan that borders your lands to the east. He wears a solemn expression and nods heavily when you approach him.
O'Bread is in Valhall now, Olaf. There's no doubt about it. He died what he loved, doing what he loved.
He died dying?
But while he feasts among the heroes, you're left back here to sort out the pieces. You've got your work cut out for you.
What do you mean?
Your father managed to make quite a few enemies in his time, most of them among his own clan. If you permit me to be honest, he never paid one speck of attention to the wishes or needs of his people.
Now are you being an asshole, or was our dad really just that bad of a thane?
Surely you're not expecting your clan leadership to go uncontested.
What? 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 People are gonna fight me for this? I am the rightful thane. If anyone thinks otherwise, we'll sort it out the traditional way. I will cut off their balls, put them between bread, and make them eat them. Barley sandwich.
Good. Worse problems than this have been solved at the tip of a spear or the edge of a blade. May the gods favor you if it comes to that.
Halfdanner empties his mug of mead in a single gulp, then slams the mug under the table and calls to a thrall for a refill. Thralls are slaves. That's part of the Viking culture. Your elder brother, Rurik, always had a penchant for music. He looks up and gives you a warm smile as you approach. "Oh, God-fed brother!" Rurik grins. "I mean, my honored thane, how do you feel?" "Mostly with my fingers, brother." I don't think it's quite sunk in yet that father's gone, brother." Rurik places a hand gingerly on your shoulder. You can barely hear his soft voice over the din of the feast. "Father was a warrior! There's no doubt he's feasting with Odin now. I'm sorry I couldn't have been the older brother I was expected to be. You don't deserve to have to deal with this mess on your own." So he's our older brother, but he's not ended up in charge. How has everyone been treating you, brother? "Oh, everyone knows you're the better warrior and a stronger-willed man than I. Nobody wants me as their thane." Yes, feels bad, man. "To tell you the truth, I think our clansmen are almost as relieved as I am that you took on the mantle." Yeah, I gotta go be a good host. I'll talk to you later, Wani McGee. Love you, bro. "Oh, just use the old signal if you need to get out of a conversation with one of the other thanes." Thanks, bro. Alright, let's talk to Assleafer. Assleafer is a distant cousin. Leadership of the clan has moved between your side of the family and his for generations. He is known as a skilled warrior and a hard worker. Assleafer sits with his two closest friends. Aw, buddies came together.
Condolences on the passing of your father. At least he died the way he would have wanted. You will be feasting with the gods tonight.
He looks up when you approach. His end of the table, neither of his friends acknowledges your presence. I didn't bring any presents. His tone is respectful, but slightly cold. I don't know how well you heard the voiceover that he just did, which is actually good. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of the lines that are actually voiced, so I'll have to do a voice for him. I wish the voice actor was here to do that voice, because he did a great job. "My condolences on the passing of your father. At least he died the way he would have wanted. He'll be feasting with the gods tonight." Thank you. I hope there's no bad blood between us, Assleafer. "Oh, it's no secret I didn't agree." Oh, wait. Assleafer seems to consider this for a while before replying. He didn't expect us to be like, hey, we don't want to fight you. "It's no secret I didn't agree with how O'Bread ruled our clan. Bearing this in mind, I don't see what gives you the right to succeed him. But this feast is in his honor, and I will not insult his memory here, nor will I challenge your claim to leadership." You believe you'd be more suited to lead us than Olaf O'Bread? Olaf O'Bread? Assleafer leans forward, looks you directly in the eyes. "I do." You challenging me? Is that because my father failed you? "It is not our way to let rulership simply pass from father to son. If we are to become a strong clan again, we must appoint the best warrior as thane, and we have in me, Olaf. You are not the strongest of us, merely the less weak of your father's children." Wow, you know how to spice up a funeral party, bro.
If you believe the gods favor you in this, I hope you will get the chance to prove it. But I will not simply wait for you to falter and bring the whole clan to ruin.
You are wrong, Assleafer, and I hope you will give me the chance to prove it. We're gonna be trying to be diplomatic to start with. Assleafer simply nods once, then returns his attention to his companions. That was awkward.
Is he entertaining your guests?
Catil stands off to a side holding a horn, horny, full of mead. The young hunter appears to be watching the feast with faintly amused expression. He nods respectfully when you come near. Busy entertaining your guests, as you already heard. Not too busy to check on you, my friend. Catil shifts his weight restlessly. I had an uneasy feeling all night. I don't want to know about your wet dream emissions. Have you seen Skull's housecarls over there in the corner? Heroga Herga and Skaki. I've heard stories about them. Nefja is our friend over here. The skulls are the ones we talked to first down here. Nefja seems to be expecting trouble too, so I've decided to go easy on the meat and keep an eye out. You know, my friend, I appreciate that, but wait, that's not necessary. I can take care of myself. I am Olaf O'Bread. He flashes you his typical charming smile. Oh, I know that. It's everyone else I'm worried about. Are you worried I'll murder everyone else with my Viking bloodlust? Well done, Ketil. Protect them, for my bloodlust must be satiated. He throws his head back slightly towards Assleafer. That jerk we just talked to right there. Speaking of which, keep an eye on the big log over there. He and his friends have been putting their heads together all night. I think he might be planning something. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him. He's very suspicious. Leave the watch to me. This is your feast, my friend. You should relax and enjoy yourself. Remember, your dad's... Oh, I'm sorry about your dad. I'll alert you if something happens. Thank you, sir. So let's talk to Regnhildr? Regnhildr? I don't know how the N works with that. Regnhildr the White is the most influential of your guests. As the vassal of King Sigrid Heringer, she is the current ruler of Denmark. She has come from the trade hub of Ribe? Or Reeb, I don't know which it is. Ribe, to the south, where she presides as Jarl. I hope my friend Ingen isn't watching. If you are, I'm sorry I'm butchering all these names. She nods politely as you approach. It was a beautiful ceremony, Olaf. I extend my condolences for your loss on behalf of Reeb and the king. Thank you, Regnhildr. I must tell you, I advised him not to seek out the isles across the sea. We've heard the stories of the unprotected coast. No, I gotta change your voice. That's too much like the mom's. I must tell you, I advised him not to seek out the isles across the sea. We've all heard the stories of the unprotected coast and their treasures. But there is more danger there than the rumors let on. I am not surprised they claimed his life, but I'm glad at least he died with a sword in his hand. So apparently she's the representative of the king, and she knew our father. Did you know O'Brad and my dad well? I knew him as a warrior. We fought together on the braver somewhere, and he struck me as a shrewd tactician. When your king needs you, I hope that you will serve him as well as your father did. Interesting. So she's trying to make sure that we're going to serve the king too. So do we give our loyalty to the king? Do we have a reason where we need to be loyal to King Sigrid? We're just going to talk about our dad. It's our dad's funeral party. My father taught me everything he knew about combat. Jarl Regnhildr nods once. I would expect nothing less of the man. But remember that no amount of practice is a substitute for actual experience. That's true. We're not going to make a big deal about the king, but we're going to be polite. Thank you for accepting the invitation. We are honored that you could make it. Of course, your father's sword will be missed in our struggles against the Franks. If you excuse me, I must do the rounds. Enjoy the feast, ma'am. The old shield maiden smiles. She gracefully slides back down into her seat, whereupon she spears a large piece of chicken with a knife and dumps it onto her plate. Excellent. Let's talk to our friend Nefja.
There you are. The feast seems to be off to a good start.
Thank you. She is the daughter of Holmanar. My friend Ingen taught me that. That's how it works. That's what it literally means, daughter of that. Nefja is one of your oldest friends. My voice for her is going to be way worse than the voice actresses. Your families have always been close, and you grew up together in the village. She just finished pouring your mother a mug of mead. Oh, there you are. The feast seems to be off to a good start. Well, Nefja, it's nice to see you out of your armor for once. Oh. Nefja snorts sarcastically. You've seen my sister in this dress before. Surely that's the same thing. Oh yeah, both of you. What? Huh? She closes her eyes and rubs the bridge of her nose with a finger. God, she was so excited to see me like this. I'll never hear the end of it. Where is your sister? I fear, a sardonic undertone creeps into Nefja's voice. My poor sister has the fever again. She has such a frail constitution. All this wet cold is hard on her. Mother stayed home to care for her. What do you think of our other guests? A lot of them seem like jerkbags. She chuckles. Ha! Your fellow Thanes are certainly a proud and graceful bunch, even as they plot to murder you and take our lands. You think that poorly of them? Well, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. That's certainly the sense I'm getting of some of them, too. She grimaces. What about Ronald the McDonald? Oh, and I'm sure not all of them are actively planning to kill us. Not all of them. I have a weird feeling about Skull, though. I doubt they call him Skull Cleaver for no reason. Halfdanner plays the lovable old grump, but I know he's had his eyes on our harbor for years. That son of a bitch, I thought he was a nice guy. Reagan Hilder, I'm not sure about. She probably has nothing to gain from destroying us, but she's little more than Sigrid Hringer's appendage. Who knows where he stands? That's the king! Let's talk about this later, Nefja. That's a lot to consider. Good luck, and watch your back. Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna watch your back, too. What? No, nothing. Oh, it could have gone smoother. Alright, we gotta go sit next to our mother. Following the initial meet and greet, everyone toasts your father and digs into the meal. Food covers every inch of the table, and freshly brewed mead seems to flow endlessly. Our friend, what's his name? Kettle Chips is going outside. You're listening to Nefja's usual complaints about her mother. Oh my god, and then my mom, you know what else she did? Oh, not again, Nefja. When Kettle perks up and slips discreetly out of the longhouse. Sometimes you've gotta slip discreetly out of things. What? Outside, some piece of pottery crashes against the ground. Is Link here? God damn it, Link! And men begin to shout. In short order, the door opens, and the doorway is filled by Otar, Erling's son, sword in hand. Outside, you see his brother stand over a prone form of Kettle. They hit my friend! Otar looks around the room with disgust. What a splendid feast for such a shit Thane! You're the shit Thane! You're the shit Thane! Otar's gaze stops on you. He raises his sword to point at you accusingly. Olaf, your family had its chance to earn our respect, and you wasted it. Come outside and defend your honor, or we will burn this hall to the ground. No. Nefja jumps to her feet, already holding her knife. Her voice seethes with disgust. Otar, you miserable junkard! How dare you attack your Thane's honor during his own feast? Your family will pay for this. Otar has turned his back on you and is already walking back outside. All the other guests gaze to you in anticipation. Your mother leans to whisper in your ear. You have to deal with this. If the other Thanes think we're too weak to deal with such a blow against our family honor. Chill, Mom. Chill, Mom. Nefja, stay here. I will handle these Nidengars. The shield maiden shakes her head. That drunken fool is here for a fight? I think we'll actually have to kill him this time. Alright, we're not going to put up with this bullshit. Coming up to my feast. Alright, let's get my sword. We're going to go into our inventory. See if I can remember how to equip this. I'm not going to read. Reading's for losers. Okay, we'll put the bow in the background thing. Put our sword and our shield in our hands. Oops. Nefja has equipment too. She's got a spear and a knife. How dare they interrupt the feast to celebrate my father and honor his legacy? What a bunch of a-holes. They could have at least waited a day to do this. Most of the guests follow you outside and form a half-circle behind you. You're dimly aware of the other Thanes muttering among themselves. Nefsha runs over to Kittel to help him back on his feet. A streak of blood runs from his hair down his cheek, but it looks like he can still fight. How dare you injure my friend and make him bleed his own blood? 4 against 1. This is what the sons of Erlinger Thorensen consider a fair fight? Otar's brother, sneers. He sounds drunk. Shut your mouth, woman! He started it. Alright, we got a number of things we can do. I want to murder him, but we could try and use our diplomacy. Go home, you fools! I know our families have never been on good terms, but if we spill each other's blood tonight, the killing will never stop. In the back, the youngest of Erlingen's sons, R, is looking increasingly distraught. He's right, Otar. This is not what father would have wanted. Otar groans with irritation. It does not matter what father wants. We're here now. There's no going home with our honor. Nothing about this is honorable. I never should have come here with you. Run, then, R. Run back to the farm like a coward. We'll deal with Olaf ourselves. Ari's eyes flicker between you and his brothers. Dejected, he takes 2 steps back, then he turns and walks away. Otar's gaze never leaves you. His hands clenches around the grip of his axe. I don't know why he's following you. Oh, Daddy, they're gonna kill my friend. How far are they gonna follow him? Alright, there he goes. If you crave a fight so much. Wait. Otar, does your father know you are here? Destroying his name? Otar shifts his weight restlessly as he regards the Thanes assembled behind you. He does not, but he will be proud of us when Aslefa is finally our Thane instead of you. Aslefa is not a fan of that, apparently. You've gone too far, Otar. There's no honor in this. I must take Olaf's side here. See, even Aslefa, who is kind of funky, is on our side. For a moment, the confusion mixes with fright in Otar's eyes, but he quickly composes himself. Fine, we'll kill you all. I'll be Thane. How dare you, sir? How dare you? So, obviously, these guys in red are our enemies. We have different kinds of special attacks. We have a charge attack. That is one of the bonuses we got, remember, when we made our character. So we're going to use charge. It makes a melee attack with plus 5 damage for each hex you move before attacking. So if we run a... Oops, that's the wrong one. Did I really just hit the wrong button? Oh my god. What did I pick? I hit the wrong button. Ready in action. Automatically attacks the first enemy. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Well, we could have charged and it would have been great, but I stupidly fucked things up. Okay, so our friend Kettle, he's got an attack which allows him to make 2 quick attacks, but the accuracy is less. I can't believe I just screwed up our first thing as Thane. Alright, and then our friend here, Nefsha, she can actually attack over a spot. How do I switch it? Is it tab? There we go. Spears can reach 1 spot over a person. Stabby, stabby. And then our friend Aslefa here, who is helping us out. I want you, sir, to run up here and stun this guy. Oh, my face! And you can kind of see the little stars above his bar there next to that fist, meaning he's stunned. I can't believe I screwed that up to begin with. How dare you hit my friend Kettle again? Alright, can we charge? Okay, this time we're going to hit the right button. We're going to charge and run up and hit this guy. See, we hit him for a ton of damage because of that. Kettle, can you come back us up and finish this guy off? Shouldn't be fucking with the bread family, yo! Girly girl, you get behind Aslefa, let him protect you, and then stab this dude. And then Aslefa, we have other special attacks. We're not going to ready one. We could kick him. We're just going to attack him straight up. Choppy choppy, friend. go! Alright, Kettle, I'm gonna let you hopefully get the last shot. Because they knocked him down, they punched him. You can see right there, there's a status effect. He's got an injury from before. Oh, there's also cover. That's obviously half cover, full cover. You can see that by the rocks. I'm probably gonna forget and get shot a lot. Victory! Nobody fucks up with our father's feast. Yep, and you can see here, this will show what items we have if we've used them, or what items, like weapons, if they've been injured, because your items can be damaged, or what injuries we've gotten. Kettle has the injury, like head trauma. He got that prior to the battle when he went outside and got knocked down. Otar Erling's son lies on the frozen earth in a small pool of his own blood. His blank eyes gaze at the sky. The lifeless bodies of his brothers are scattered around the yard in front of your hall. It's fortunate that you convinced R.A. to back out, as he is now his father's last hope to continue the lineage. Your guests look on solemnly as the snow in front of your feast hall turns red with the blood of the farmers. If any of them doubted your resolve before, now they see what you're made of. This is what happens to my enemies. Everyone here would do well to remember that. As Sleeper steps forward, he looks not the least bit tired from the fight. I support you here tonight, because Otar and his brothers were out of line. It is not the way of our clan to kill each other in drunken brawls. Olaf, son O'Bread, I challenge you to a duel for the position of Thane. What? How dare you, sir? An excited murmur rises among the guests. Kettle mutters in a voice too low for anyone other than you and Nefja to hear. Can you believe this Bickaju, sonner? It's his right to issue a challenge. His timing could be better, though. Why do you challenge me, ass-leafer? The Thane should never be passed from father to son, the feat of Thane. Like a sword or a horse, it is our clan. If our clan is to endure, we must ensure that we are ruled by the strongest and most wise among us. Ass-leafer, son of Grimvarder, I accept your challenge. He nods, apparently satisfied. We will meet you on Homegang Island at noon on the morrow. May the gods favor you. Yeah, hopefully they do. I want to win this thing. So Assleafer is leaving. This party has become a mess and a half. And we've got a challenge to us next time. Before we head off, can we loot these guys? Alright, we're going to take the cloth, the herbs, and the poison. Medicine and valuables. An unfinished runestone with only a few grooves carved to contain words. Well, this is our longhouse. This is our Viking game. And it's going to keep picking up after this. There's a lot of exposition in this episode. Next time, Assleafer challenges us to be Thane of the clan. Hopefully I don't lose. The other thing is, I don't know if we're going to get the good ending or bad, because I've not played near that far. There's a lot of new stuff to me, so if we get the bad ending, sorry. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out.